What up, everybody? Racket Brony here, and today you're going to be listening to The Hall of Hearts by Haunting Spirit, Rising Moon. Princess Cadence smiled at her husband. Come on, Shining, what I'm going to show you is amazing. Shining chuckled and raised an eyebrow. What? Oh, and what is this you want to show me? Shining was sitting in the throne room, and Cadence stood in the hallway, beckoning him over. I can't tell you. It's a surprise. The prince rolled his eyes but followed her. You sound like Pinkie Pie. She smiled. Well, Pinkie Pie helped me create it. The prince smiled nervously. Pinkie wasn't known for safety. Well, as long as it's safe. It's probably just him, but he could have sworn there was a strange light in his wife's eyes. Don't worry, Shiny. It's perfectly safe. He followed her along the corridor, wondering just what her surprise could be. He was confused when she led him to a crystal pillar. She spoke an enchantment, and a rectangle sunk into the pillar and lifted up. Shining was more than apprehensive, but he trusted her. He knew she would keep him safe, and him her. They led down a set of creaky wooden stairs. The ceiling was stone, and this hallway was small and cramped. He could hear the sound of something leaking. There's a pungent odor in the air, making Shining crinkle his nose. The wooden stairs were coated in a sticky substance that he couldn't see in the dark. Cadence's horn glow was the only light, a faint pink light in the darkness. Soon, they arrived at a door. Shining could tell it was a door because the light from Cadence's horn reflected off the doorknob. Shining was trying not to panic, assuring himself Cadence would do nothing to harm him or any pony. She then opened the door. They walked in, and Shining looked around. It was too dark to tell what was around them. They heard the door behind him close, and Cadence locked it. That was unsettling. She walked over to the wall and flipped a switch. Fluorescent lights flickered on in the ceiling, revealing what hid in the darkness. Shining Armor was horrified and disgusted. Lining the long hallway were shelves stained a sickening red. Chains stuck up from these shelves, holding a certain vital organ in its cold metal embrace. Hearts, and plaques read different names under them. Shining threw up, and when he looked up from his pool of disgust, he saw Cadence smiling sweetly at him. What is this? He spoke in a raspy voice. She still smiled sweetly, her voice forever kind and caring. This is the Hall of Hearts. Celestia told me to make sure that lives are kept in the balance. Gave them so I could keep watch for when a pony has to die. Or if they have a heart attack, or if they're heartbroken or in love. Her eyes shone with a glint from earlier, and her husband was disgusted. Isn't it just marvelous, having complete control over some pony's life? Shining backed up. It's disgusting, and wrong. You kill ponies whenever you feel like it? She chuckled. It was sickening to Shining's ears. Oh, Shining, it's not disgusting, nor wrong. Celestia told me to do this, and I love doing it. She pointed to a corner, where a pile of crystallized hearts lay, cracked and dusty. That's how I got my cutie mark after all. Shining backed up against the door. You can't just do this. She chuckled again, walking towards one of the shelves. Oh, Shining, I get to choose what happens in every pony's life. She looked at one heart with a plaque beneath it that read Granny Smith. She has lived her life. I do believe she has to say bye-bye. Her sparkly pink magic touched the heart, and Shining watched in horror as it slowly turned to crystal and was levitated over to the pile of discarded hearts. Shining could tell the sticky substance was blood. Shining could tell that the sticky substance was blood. Now that he had regained some sanity after the initial shock, he could see few empty shelves and was confused. But he had more important worries to worry about. Cadence was walking towards another heart, but stopped as Shining spoke. I'll tell some pony. I'll gather the elements of harmony to defeat you. She turned back to him and slowly shook her head, and clucked at him like a hen. Oh, Shining, I was sure you would love and appreciate this. But sadly, you do not. And besides, you can't tell some pony if they're already dead. Shining was more scared than he'd ever been. What? She finished her walk toward one of the other shelves, and Shining's eyes widened in fear as he saw the plaque. Shining armor. Shining realized what she was going to do. No, please! Cadence clucked again. It's already too late, Shining. Her horn lit up. Shining yelled. No, please, I'm sorry, I will... Silence. Cadence picked up the crystallized heart in her magic. Wonder what story I'll make up. Should I go with heart attack? Or a pony attacked him? She dropped the crystallized heart onto the pile and went to unlock the door, passing Shining's body. She grinned and stopped. Standing over him, her form flickered, revealing a black stallion underneath with a blood-red horn.
Oh, Shining, what a wonderful husband you were.
King Sombra grinned. He flickered back into his Princess Cadence form and left the room, loving the thought that Shining's body would be rotting in that underground chamber. Alright, so that was The Hall of Hearts by Haunting Spirit Rising Moon. Next week will be a lot longer than this. I'll have more free time and everything. But this is just a quick little story I really did want to do, because it's about Cadence. Even if she does turn into Shining Armor, not Shining Armor, even if she does turn into King Sombra. But yeah. And, as always, keep that racket going.